When I visited Serbia on my first solo trip ever, I had 11 days to discover the country. I saw a lot of Serbia, yet I felt there was so much left to be seen. But not everybody has the luxury of 11 days or 10 days to explore a country. What if you only have 3? Are 3 days enough to see Serbia? Well, come, let's check it out. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Just Go with Amreen. Recently I got a comment on one of my Serbian videos asking, can you cover most of Serbia in 3 days? My immediate response was, it's impossible. This is not the first time I have received such a comment. Actually, I have received similar comments even before on my Serbian videos that they're going to Serbia for like 3 or 4 days and they would like to see most of what I have covered during my stay of 11 days. And I decided, well, why not take this up as a challenge and let's figure out realistically what is possible to see in Serbia in 3 days and how. So, without further ado, let's dive right into it. Before we begin the itinerary, I must tell you that ideally for this itinerary to work, you either need to land really early in the morning, like 4 a.m., or you need to land a day before, maybe by 11 p.m. This is the best 3-day itinerary for Serbia you'll find anywhere on the internet, but for this to work, you need 3 full days in Serbia to make the best use of your time in Serbia. So whether you've landed a day before or on the same day early morning, you have to check out of your hotel in Belgrade at 12 p.m. Head out for lunch, and after that at 2 p.m. you can go for a free walking tour or a guided walking tour of Belgrade. So depending whether it's a free walking tour or a guided one, it could range from 2 to 4 hours, and within this period of time you will end up seeing a lot of sites within Belgrade. Short detour from the itinerary, I have an announcement to make. I'm hosting an active, exciting group trip to Serbia, not for 3 days, but for 6 nights and 7 days. The first group trip starts on September 25th and the second one is on October 2nd. So if you are interested in traveling with me to Serbia and hit all the amazing, exciting and adventurous places in Serbia, then express your interest by clicking the link in the description box below. Now, back to the video. You will not be able to visit Zemun because it is on the outskirts of Belgrade, but nevertheless, you will see most of the sites that I have showcased in my videos. Now, once you're done with sightseeing Belgrade, it is time for you to pick up your rental car and head to northern Serbia, where we spend the night in the city of Novi Sad. So that was day 1, and I just wanted to mention, I should have said this earlier, but if you are interested in doing and following this itinerary, it is vital that you drive. It's impossible for you to do this with public transportations like I did, because public transportations obviously have their own timetables. They're not going to stop anywhere and everywhere that you want to explore, and obviously they take longer to get from one place to another. You'll save a lot of time and you'll be able to spend more time exploring Serbia than actually commuting. Good morning. On day 2, you will be doing a guided tour at 10 a.m. of the city of Novi Sad and checking out most of the attractions in this city. As soon as you arrive in Novi Sad, you will be welcomed with this very distinguished square. This, my friends, is the Liberty Square. It is the most lively part of Novi Sad, and you will just love the whole colorful pastel building vibe around this place. The next stop in our journey, which is located about 10 minutes drive away from Novi Sad, is called the Petrovaradin Fortress. The reason why everybody flocks to northern Serbia is to visit Petrovaradin Fortress, particularly at this very time of the year, because Petrovaradin Fortress holds one of the best music festivals in Europe called the Exit Festival, which is happening right now. You can drive for another 1 hour and head to this cute little town called Sremski Karlovci. This is a wine town. So there are several wineries here, wine shops, wine tastings, all that kind of fun stuff for but we are going to one and the oldest and the most beautiful winery where we'll be tasting a wine which is Serbian specialty. It's called Bermat and it is a dessert wine. It's super sweet and super tasty and it's 16%, 16% alcohol. After that yummy wine, I'm sure you are quite hungry and tipsy. So let's stop for lunch at a traditional Serbian restaurant in Sremski Karlovci. After that hearty lunch, we are making our final stop of the day in the north before we head west. Next up, we have come to one of the oldest monasteries of Serbia. This is located in Fruška Gora. Once upon a time, this was an island. Now it's a mountain. This monastery is just a short ride of 15 minutes from Sremski Karlovci. So there you already noticed on day 2, you absolutely have to drive, and that's the only way you will be able to see so much, cover so much of northern Serbia. Otherwise, there is no way you can go to Belgrade, northern and western Serbia in a span of 3 days. Now as for day 3, you will have to choose between 2 options. I'm going to showcase both the options. You can pick and choose which one you think is more appealing. This is day 3. It's our last day in Serbia already, and we check out of our hotel in Zlatibor. And for the first option, you could start your day with taking a very long cable car ride up the Tornik mountain, which takes about 25 minutes each way. It is located at an altitude of 1500 meters, and there is a nice cafe here where you can chill, have a quick bite or a glass of wine. After that, next stop, you can head to something called Stopica Caves. So Stopica Caves opened in 2009, but there's a short hike to it, plus there are several stairs. So if you are a senior citizen or you cannot take the stairs, then I wouldn't advise you to go here. Even though the place is very well lit, it has railings and everything to hold on and a decent, safe platform to walk on. It can be quite damp and slippery, so make sure you're wearing the right shoes. Want to know how Serbian families lived 100 years ago? Well, visit the ethno village Saragojno. This place you will discover how families lived and how a household worked, how they distributed duties and responsibilities amongst everyone, and how they kept themselves entertained, what they did for entertainment, etc. For our last stop in discovering the natural wonders of Zlatibor, we have come to this place called Gostilje Waterfalls. Gostilje is the name of the village which is where the waterfall is located. The village Gostilje, the word Gostilje refers to good hospitality. So basically, the people of this village are well known for being very hospitable. So one of the things you should keep in mind that most of the highways in Europe are not street lit. So if you are doing this in winter where the sun sets at 4:30 p.m., personally, I don't think I would be comfortable driving in sheer darkness. This is better and easier for you to do and accomplish during summer when the sun sets at 8 or 8:30 p.m. As for option 2, on day 3, you could skip everything that we covered in option 1 and rather start your Sargan 8 scenic train ride, which will leave Sargan 8 station at 11 a.m. There's a whole history about this train and how it came about and why it exists and all that kind of stuff. There'll be 5 stops in total. Basically, it's a scenic train ride, and the last stop is Mokra Gora. The village you see behind me is the wooden village. Well, it's not called the wooden village, it is actually Drevengrad, which translates into wooden village. Honestly, Drevengrad is not an authentic ethno village like Saragojno that I showcased in option 1. It is actually a movie set that was built by a Serbian film director for one of his movies back in 2003. Nevertheless, yet it is such a picturesque place to be in. It is totally Instagrammable. I took a zillion photos of myself over here, and you can do the same. That was the end of our trip. Now the guide drops you back to Zlatibor, and then you drive away to the Belgrade airport, from where you have to take your flight back home. All in all, if you ask me, would I recommend 3 days in Serbia? I would say absolutely not. because I don't believe that you should visit a country and just run around like a headless chicken. My trip that I'm hosting for 6 nights and 7 days, there is a reason why it is 6 nights and 7 days. You need 6 nights and 7 days to explore a country like Serbia easily, comfortably, in a relaxing manner. This 3-day itinerary for Serbia feels like I need a vacation after this vacation. Anyway, if you guys are interested in joining the active, exciting and much relaxing, nature-filled group trip to Serbia this year, 2022, then go ahead and click the link in the description box and fill it and express your interest right now. If you like this video, then you know what to do. Give me a big fat thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell icon so that you don't miss any of my upcoming and exciting vlogs. I will see you guys next week. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye guys. Cheers. Mwah! Short detour from the recording. Alright.